I wish to address the deeply concerning issue of rising rail fares, which is having a profound impact on my constituents in Woking and indeed for commuters across the country. Since 2019, the cost of a season ticket from Woking to Waterloo has increased by £773, now standing at an astonishing £4,516. At a time when people are struggling with the cost of living crisis, these eye-watering fare rises are not only unfair, but they are counterproductive. If we are serious about promoting economic growth, if we're serious about tackling climate change, we must make public transport an affordable and attractive option for everyone. Instead, rail travel has become a luxury many are finding they can no longer afford, ironically risking debt to earn a living. That isn't acceptable. Worse still, these rising costs come alongside an increasingly unreliable service. Our Freedom of Information request revealed that over 55,000 rush hour trains were either partially or fully cancelled last year. That's a 10% rise on the year before, and the worst record since 2019. UK passengers are being railed with a terrible ask to pay more for a deteriorating service. That's just not something that I'm willing to get on board with, and I think we need to get back on track and secure a fair deal for passengers. Yeah. But this isn't just about rail fares. One of my new constituents, Joanna from West Byfleet, shared her experience of the unsafe conditions at West Byfleet Station's car park, where inadequate lighting, overgrown vegetation has created an isolated and unsafe environment at night. Despite multiple complaints to South Western Railway, little has been done to improve these conditions. This is just one of the many examples where passengers are being let down, and this is extra to the issue of cost. Madam Deputy Speaker, I want to highlight the plight of another constituent from Woking, Katie, who has voiced her frustration at the lack of fast stopping services from Woking to Clapham Junction during peak hours. After the 7:13 a.m. service, there's a gap of over 90 minutes without fast trains stopping at Clapham, this key station on our network, forcing commuters like Katie to take longer and more expensive routes. These aren't just isolated incidents or examples. It's part of a broader pattern of neglect that commuters across our communities face. Now is time for this government to act. The Liberal Democrats and I are calling for an immediate freeze on rail fares, which would save commuters in Woking £140 a year, and I'm sure it would save commuters across the country similar sums. This policy is not only affordable, but it's necessary. Rail fares should not continue to rise while services decline. Honourable members, do you see where I'm going with this? We need long-term reform. The current ticketing system is fragmented and confusing. Passengers are paying more for less. We need a simplified, fair and affordable fare structure that works for everyone. I'm aware of the government's nationalisation plans and the bills before this House and the creation of Great British Rail. But I must say this, ultimately, people are not interested in whether trains are run by private companies or by public ones. My constituents want trains that are affordable, safe and reliable. The Conservative government's failure to deliver on this has left commuters in Woking and beyond paying the price of Tory chaos. And there is no one here to argue with me, which shows how little they care about this issue. Let's make sure we don't repeat the mistakes that the Conservatives made in this Parliament. 2025 will be the 200th anniversary of our railways. Honourable members, we have a real opportunity to freeze rail fares and make 2025 the year we give passengers a fair deal. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Yeah.